In one beaker, we have taken hydrochloric acid, and that is 100 ml. In another beaker, we have taken what? We have taken acetic acid. That is 100 ml. Both the acids are aqueous. It means they have certain amount of water into it. If the acids are aqueous, then they will conduct electricity. Let us have an apparatus. It means we will take what? We will take a battery. Attach the bulb. In this case, we will use a switch here. The same apparatus in this case. We will have like this. Only the difference in these two apparatus is that in this apparatus we have taken hydrochloric acid and in this apparatus we have taken acetic acid. But as we close the switch, in both cases the bulb will lighter. But this bulb is, what we observe, this one is more brighter. And this one is less brighter. Why it is so? We are using the same battery here, the same battery and the same battery, the same bulb, the same bulb, the same amount of solution, the same amount of solution. All the things are same, only the acid here is hydrochloric acid and the acid here is acetic acid. What is the reason that in this case the bulb glows much brighter and here it is less brighter? This is only and only so. This only happens because this solution is good conductor. This solution is what? Good conductor. But this solution is poor conductor. Poor conductor. It means it is not good conductor as HCl. When we are going to compare, it means this solution is not as much good conductor in comparison to HCl, but this is conductor. Why this is so? This is so because this is good conductor. This implies that it has higher amount of ion. The next point we got, this is so, this is so, this solution is good conductor because it has higher concentration of ion. We know if a solution contains higher concentration of ion, then it will be good conductor. But if contain lesser amount of ion, then that will be somewhat poor conductor. And this solution is poor conductor in comparison to HCl because it has lower amount of iron. Let us discuss why it has higher amount of iron, why this has why this has lower amount of iron, and why this has higher amount of fire leading to higher conductivity. And this has lower amount of iron leading to lower conductivity. This is so because the HCl dissociate completely in the solution. But the acetic acid does not dissociate completely in the solution, therefore furnish lesser amount of iron. But acetic acid does not dissociate completely in the solution, therefore provide lesser amount of ions leading to poor conductance. It means what we have discussed, this bulb is more brighter because this solution is good conductor, because it contains hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid dissociate completely in the solution, therefore furnished and give what more iron in the solution. Whereas the acidic acid, the solution is less conductor in comparison to HCl. It means this is so because it has lesser number of ion. Why? Because the acetic acid dissociate. The dissociation of acetic acid is very poor, therefore gives lesser amount of ion in the solution, and hence the bulb glows less brighter in comparison to this. It means what we have discussed, an acid is termed to be strong acid when it dissociates completely in the solution. And we know the dissociation of an acid is that it dissociates into protons. It means an acid, what we discussed, an acid is termed to be stronger acid when it dissociates, when it completely dissociate in the solution to give larger amount of protons. And the next one, an acid is termed to be weaker acid if it does not completely dissociate in the solution An acid is termed to be weaker acid if it does not completely dissociate in the solution and give lesser number of protons. Therefore, it is termed as weaker acid. The next is that we know all the mineral acids are termed to be stronger acid because all the mineral acid dissociate completely in the solution. And all the organic acid does not dissociate completely in the solution. Therefore, they are termed as weaker acid. The next one is that all mineral acid are stronger acid. Stronger acid. Except carbonic acid. Because the dissociation of carbonic acid is very poor. To the next, all organic acid are poor acid. Are weaker acid. What we conclude from this discussion? In this discussion, we have concluded an acid is termed to be stronger acid if it completely dissociates in the solution to furnish larger amount of proton, or we can say hydronium ion. The greater the number of hydronium ion, the greater the number of proton, then the stronger the acid is. To the next, if an acid does not dissociate completely in the solution, if it does not dissociate completely in the solution, it will furnish lesser amount of proton and gives lesser amount of hydrogen ion. Therefore, it is termed as weaker acid. To the next, we will discuss the uses of mineral acid. We know, we have discussed in class 8 that the mineral acid, the sulfuric acid is used in battery, lead storage battery. It is used, the next one, nitric acid is used in the preparation of fertilizer, toluene, explosive and other materials. They are also used in formation of plastic, polymer, dyes and so many other substances. What we have discussed today, we have discussed the property of the acid. What is that one? The acid, it is sour in taste. It turns blue litmus paper to red. It conducts electricity in the form of electrolyte in the presence of water. We have discussed an acid react with metal, reactive metal. It means that metal which is above the hydrogen in the reactivity series, that will only react with acid to liberate hydrogen gas. It means the copper, the mercury, the silver and gold, they are passive towards the acid. It means they does not react with acid to evolve hydrogen gas. To the next, we have discussed acid react with carbonate, acid react with bicarbonate to form salt, water and carbon dioxide. In order to check the presence of carbon dioxide, when we pass that gas in lime water, it turns milky. In order to check the presence of water, we have copper sulfate, that is anhydrous copper sulfate is white in color. When we pass water vapor into it, it turns blue. It means the turning of white anhydrous copper sulfate into blue color indicate the presence of water. We have also discussed that if we pass carbon dioxide in that solution for a longer duration, then that milky color will disappear because of formation of calcium bicarbonate, which is strongly soluble in water. We have discussed that an acid react with base. That is a type of neutralization reaction. This reaction is exothermic. Neutralization because an acid is going to nullify the effect of base and a base is going to nullify the effect of acid, leading to formation of neutral substances. Later on in this chapter, we will discuss that the salts which are formed based on the nature of acid and base used, they are termed as acidic, they are termed as basic, they are termed as neutral. But in this reaction which I have discussed today, it is HCl react with sodium hydroxide to form NaCl, and NaCl is neutral salt because it is a result of stronger acid and stronger base. So the next we have discussed when copper oxide, that is the metal oxide, react with acid, it forms salt and water. In that reaction which we have discussed today, copper oxide, which is black in color, when it reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms blue-green copper chloride plus water. This is also a type of acid-base reaction because here the metal oxide is what? Basic. I have told you that the metal oxide, metal hydroxide, metal carbonate, metal bicarbonate and the ammonium hydroxide, these are basic in nature. Then this is a reaction of acid-base. So the next we have discussed that the acids are corrosive in nature. But I have told you only those acids which are concentrate and those are mineral acid, that is concentrate sulfuric acid, concentrate hydrochloric acid, concentrate nitric acid, concentrate phosphoric acid. These are corrosive in nature. Corrosive means they will deteriorate, they will bond the surface on which they are fall, whether it is living or non-living. But the weaker acids such as carbonic acid, the acetic acid, the citric acid, the tartaric acid, the lactic acid, the biteric acid, these are not corrosive because we use that acid in our daily life in food items. It means the weaker acids are, organic acids are non-corrosive, but the concentrate stronger acids, mineral acids are corrosive. The bases, when we discuss the bases, the stronger bases are also corrosive. They will deteriorate the surface, they will bond the surface over which they fall. To the next, we have discussed what is common in all the acid. We have seen that when all the acid dissociate, whether it is weaker and stronger, they dissociate to liberate protons. When they dissociate to liberate proton, we know an acid is a substance which contain protonable proton. It means an acid is those substance which dissociate to liberate proton. It means hydrochloric acid, it contains hydrogen, and in solution it dissociates into H+, then it is termed as acid. We have also discussed that all the substances, all the compounds which contain hydrogen is not termed to be acid. Why? Because only the presence of hydrogen is not enough to say that it is acid, but that hydrogen should be protonable. It means that hydrogen can be dissociated in the solution. In case of glucose, we see that when it is dissolved in water, it forms a non-conducting solution. Why it is so? Because that glucose does not dissociate into H+. If it not going to dissociate into H+, then the solution will remain as non-conducting and it is not termed as acid. By this experiment, what we conclude? We conclude that all those substances which contain hydrogen, it not termed to be acid, but an acid is those substances which has hydrogen and that hydrogen can be dissociated in the solution. If it is so, then it is termed as acid, such as nitric acid, phosphoric acid, sulfuric acid, acetic acid, oxalic acid, tartaric acid, whatever we have discussed. To the next, we have discussed that acid does not show its acidic behavior in the absence of water. It means the acid will only and only show its acidic behavior in the presence of water. It means we have infer this characteristic of acid by doing an activity. That in a test tube we have taken sodium chloride, and when we add few drops of sulfuric acid into it, what we observe? We observe that by this reaction the sulfuric acid is dehydrating as well as drying agent. That's why the gas hydrochloric acid which is produced, it does not contain any moisture. When we bring a blue litmus paper at the mouth of the test tube, then there will not change in the color of the litmus paper. It means that is acid, but it is not going to show its behavior. But when we bring a moisture litmus paper at the mouth of the test tube, we see that the blue litmus paper turns to red. It means in the presence of water, that hydrochloric acid is going to show its acidic behavior. To the next, we have discussed the stronger acid, the weaker acid. The stronger acid we have discussed that the Stronger acid is those acids that dissociate completely in the solution. When it dissociate completely, then it will furnish larger amount of hydrogen in the solution, and hence it is found to be stronger. A poor or a weaker acid is those acid that does not dissociate completely in the solution, therefore giving or furnish lesser amount of proton, leading to formation of lesser amount of hydrogen, and therefore it is termed as weaker acid. To the next, we have discussed the use of acid in our day-to-day life. That is all.